exterior de España.
English language service. The London Underground, the American subway, the Parisian metro. The metro is a means of transport city folk are now more than accustomed to, and in Madrid there are currently 11 lines and 302 stations.
In today's broadcast, we are going to go back to the beginning of Madrid's metro, which opened in 1919. We'll learn about how it came to be by learning about the architect that designed the first stations, Antonio Palacios.
1919, going underground means going to a minery or a cave, so you need to create something nice and comfortable for the people.
That's the voice of Javier Garrido, tour guide of the exhibition Antonio Palacios, the architect of Metro, and of Chamberí Station, a preserved station turned museum. You're listening to the English language broadcast of Spanish National Radio. Here we bring Spain to you through our shortwave broadcasts. Amy Egan speaking, alongside my colleague Marilyn Quintana.
Today we have help from sound technician Javier Lopez and production help from Cristina Dorado and Marina Silva.
Now, to kick off today's broadcast, the news. The first round of the French elections finished with a clear victory for the far right. The National Rally, led by Marine Le Pen, obtained a third of the total votes, followed by the leftist New Popular Front. And in third position, with 22% of the vote, the coalition led by the current French president, Emmanuel Macron.
Here in Spain, reactions to the French elections came quickly. Minister of Defense Margarita Robles.
Francamente muy preocupante. Tendremos que hacer todos una reflexión de lo que está pasando para que la ultraderecha pueda tener su resultado, pero vamos a confiar en la segunda vuelta.
Frankly, it's quite worrying. We will have to reflect on what is happening for the far right to obtain those results, but we will have to trust the second round.
President Macron has already promised to remove some of his candidates to benefit the leftist front, although the conditions are yet to be announced. The second round of the French elections will take place next Sunday on the 7th of July.
And before that second round in France, the UK will be holding elections on Thursday, with polls pointing towards a victory for the Labour Party.
The latest polls give an advantage of 20 points to the party led by Keir Starmer, although he still warns about the importance of voting.
Because change doesn't happen unless you vote for it.
Here in Spain, the controversial amnesty law encountered its first setback in the Supreme Court. Judge Pablo Llarena considers that the crime of embezzlement cannot be pardoned and decided to maintain the arrest warrant against Catalan separatist leader Carles Puigdemont.
Judge Llarena considers embezzlement as part of the exceptions to applying the amnesty law, as the failed Catalan referendum bid led to personal gain, used public funds, and risked the interests of the European Union.
Carles Puigdemont reacted to the decision by publishing on X La Toga Nostra. The opposition People's Party showed their support to the judge's decision. Cuca Gamarra, General Secretary.
El Poder Judicial y el Estado de Derecho tiene fortaleza y que está por encima de los gobernantes.
Judicial power and the rule of law are strong and are above the rulers, even when they try to use it and apply it to keep themselves in power at any cost.
And this weekend, 6 people were killed as consequence of gender-based violence in Spain. 3 women were murdered by their partners or ex-partners, as well as the mother of one of them and the 2 children of another.
Tomorrow, the Ministry of Equality has called for a crisis committee to analyze the possible errors in the victim protection system. Out of the 3 murdered women, only one of them was included in the system.
Summer is a particularly vulnerable time for victims, as they tend to spend more time with their attackers, and authorities have to be extremely vigilant. Ana Redondo, Minister of Equality.
No es que haya menos efectivos, es que hay más peligro. Pero precisamente por eso también se refuerzan más todos los instrumentos. Para nunca van a ser suficientes.
It's not that there are less forces, she said, it's that there is more danger. That's why we reinforce all tools, but they will never be enough.
Last year, between June and September, 31 women were murdered by their partners or ex-partners, more than half of the total of 2023.
On Sunday, Tenerife's police announced the search for the missing British teenager Jay Slater is over. After a 2-week unsuccessful search in the mountains of Tenerife, the operation has finalized, although the case remains open.
Back on the 17th of June, 19-year-old Jay Slater, who was vacationing on the island, went missing after attending a rave with his friends. Since then, a massive search operation was activated, but so far has given no results.
And today, Monday, the new anti-economic crisis measures approved last week are coming into force, including the elimination of taxes on olive oil. This elimination will continue until the 30th of September, when taxes will begin to increase gradually until they reach a 4% at the end of the year.
Other measures include the elimination or reduction of taxes on basic groceries like milk, bread, or eggs, the exemption of taxes to people who earn the minimum salary, and reduction of costs and discounts on the electricity, water, and gas bills.
And in sports, Sunday, Spain classified for the Euro 2024 quarterfinals after a 4-1 victory against Georgia with scorers Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, Nico Williams, and Dani Olmo.
On Friday, Spain will be facing host country Germany on the quarterfinals.
You're listening to the English language broadcast of Spanish National Radio with Amy Egan and Marilyn Quintana.
Going to learn about the Metro of Madrid, a network of train lines that we don't really think too hard about in our day-to-day. An exhibition about Antonio Palacios, the architect of the Metro, just finished in the Casa de Correos in the center